Kama mlikuwa na different ideas.
Nafamweke podcast watu wanaiva.
Inaitwa Real Raw and Rare.
You're Real Raw and Rare ni crazy. Is it still there?
I think so. My what's your pod ya Cardinal?
Yeah.
Hiyo ni crazy bro.
Lakini mnaweza enda pale.
Chrome ziko kwa meza.
Kuna mtu mwingine wa mandevu hivi.
Skill
sana kuanga drinks.
Mtu anakuanga na tawi ile ya kupanguza jasho. Cheki
kwanga yani your gang.
But vitu zenye hao sema saa zingine mazee.
Ziko na some truth.
Yeah, ni vitu zenye we all think about it,
but
no one is gonna say it kabisa. Kwa ni bamba walisema demo akifika 25 yes go shodo yeye ni mnyanyi
bana
25
ana mimi nikasema
years tu ya kushine after hapo
bana msekwana na wanafaa wanze lini if kama ndo mwisho.
Aya, let's mark it again. All right, guys, welcome to a special edition of the Kishigani podcast.
Yeah. What up, guys? Your boy is back, and today we are joined by one of the biggest artists, maze. In the illest. They call me Sugar. They call me Daddy.
They call me.
The girls them love me.
Yeah. You guys, Seroney in the building.
Yeah, maze. Thank you, maze.
Before the pod, I'm like, I used to sing your songs kabisa.
Yeah.
But I don't know, mbona sijai jua like your artist name ama even when we met.
Yeah.
Like I think at some point we mentioned that song. That's why nilifika hapa na chezea Manu. I'm like, ni ngoma hata yeye mwenyewe ana sing along to it.
Yeah.
Like, even like the way nili search, they call me Sugar, they call me
Daddy.
Yeah, like that song ili translate even you as an artist
very true.
Point is just a viral song kabisa.
I think
thank you for that, man.
Yeah. You guys, did you know it was a hit venye uliandika you guys?
No, I sikuwa najua itakuwa hit that much because hiyo time nilikuwa bado like out of college hivi. So it was more of like
what year was this?
9 years ago.
That was like a long 9 years ago. Yeah, because it took 2015 huko. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So nilikuwa tu nimerecall like it was like an experiment. Niliambia producer nieke to beat niimbe mangoma za kitambo. So I just did it like a freestyle. So kurudi nilikuwa nimerudi sana nimalize second verse. Ilikuwa nikapata sana naimba hata. So guys, because I just recorded
so catchy.
Yeah, wanaimba first verse na chorus. So when I came like 20 of us your verse nieke sasa verse. Kaniambia wewe imba 2 second verse.
Yeah, ufunge
na ndio chorus. So yeah, even though
many relate because madam wana calling me Sugar and Daddy.
Yeah.
Take me okay. Yeah. Okay, shout out. Hiyo ngoma ilikuwa ilienda
alafu ulitoa the best time because we mentioned the time period 2015 ni time around 2015 2016 ndo nilikuwa namaliza high school and then I used to go out with my brother a lot. So hiyo ngoma ilikuwa inachezwa kwa club. Actually by the thank you nimekula rasa sana juu yako. Nimesuguliwa mara mob juu yako. Asante sana chief.
Thank you. Bro, nikwambia random fact, mupatana sana nipea story kama hizi sana.
Wamesuguliwa.
Sana niambia bro, ni mwei smash hata juu
I swear.
Like randomly bro.
Serious
maze. So
unadhania kuna watu hivi maze wameconceiviwa na nini they call me Sugar
and then they call me Daddy
but now they call me Jaden.
maybe unajua ngoma wanga hiyo ndio power ya music inaendanga places hata ujui. Alafu hiyo time unajua akukwa ma online hivyo sana. So nilikuwa mimi nimseufanya shows anywhere like nilifanyanga show Lodwa.
For real?
Yeah, and then that song was really played on KBC for some watu wengi KBC kuna kitu ilifanya cause your time akukwa ma YouTube sana. So kwa ground yani hiyo ngoma ilicheza sana.
So ilifikiaje wase?
DJ mixes maze kwa manganya like wase wengi walikuwa nakuja na niambia when I was learning how to DJ ilikuwa tu the right BPM ilikuwa inaingiana na you guy inaingiana na hit small
weka
so ilipenyeka just cause how it sounds so watu wako wanajuanga haikupenya ati juu au ule msame noma ilikuwa ile ni ile song so that's
and you released
a specific sound
ilikuwa very unique.
Ulitoa YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
As in the first time you released it was on YouTube.
The first time I released it wasn't on YouTube. Yeah, audio ilitokanga then ilikuwa on YouTube. Yeah, ilitokanga na video. Audio yani ngoma ilitoka na video na ikatoka na audio. Yeah, so ilitoka
from there ma DJ wakaanza ku
after time unajua ilikuwa like if a top DJ akiicheza inakuwa kama ripple effect. So unapata like the top DJ sasa wako zile za that's how ilipenya wako like every DJ wants to have the hottest song. Yeah, so a few top DJs walipenda kinamo wakakomment hata kwa video. So before you know it ikaenda viral kwa DJs.
No video ni shoot yapi?
Machakos maze.
Nilikushow you guys. I knew it.
Umsali sema
Even few people ujuanga ni Machakos. Sasa unuza ni Uganda, ni Mombasa.
By the way nilisema Uganda because hao maboy walikuwa na dance kama ni artist wa Uganda. Like hizo dance zilikuwa za zile za
dance only ama group
zile za sway.
Yeah.
Mbona ulishutu kambani?
That's my hometown. That's my hometown. Yeah. Masango ni Mkamba, Budabudo Mkale. So nilikuwa na save hiyo video. So nikaambia tu videographer wangu mimi sijui mahali tunaweza shoot penye stalipishwa but place yetu kama Jamaica hivi nini. So tukafika.
Ilikuwa town gani na huko Ukambani?
Machakos town mjini. Mjini.
Okay.
Yeah, so mimi nililelewa mjini hapo Kariobangi. So ilikuwa tu ni kama walking distance. Yeah, so wasa kakaa nini.
Mwaso nduthi mazeni.
Watu nduthi kwanza nakumbuka kuna shot tulihata juu walikuja na mavumbi. Sasa director akagwaya mazee. Sasa hiyo wakipaki ilibidi mpaka kwanza tulieni walikuwa wamechachisha. Sasa ndivyo yani ilikuwa scary kwa msio director.
Hapo na hiyo ni kitu
but pia aingetokea like clean I think ama
think so.
Hiyo ni kitu saingine
because mimi nilikuwa na watch hiyo clip nilasema sijawahi ona these are the most calmest boda guys I've ever seen in my life.
By the way wakam
wametulia tu yani.
Hata wakuniuliza do. Walikuwa zile za haya wewe endelea jo. Wananijua yani walikuwa wananijua. Wakasema walikuwa wanaelewa nini na do hata. Unaona naimba peke yangu nini.
Hata time by the way like music videos wazikuwa zime 2015 2016 YouTube haikuwa hata most music videos when I was in high school nilikuwa na watch Trace ama Channel O ama like you still get the music videos from like YouTube.
So was that your first jam? For sure not, right?
No. Coincidence nikwambia mtashangaa. Nilikuwa msee wa gospel.
For real?
Yeah, nilikuwa gospel artist.
Gospel hip hop ama?
No, I was a singer all through from the word go.
Oh, okay.
Nilikuwa naimbanga tu from the word go. So, hiyo ndio ilikuwa like the first secular song nilikuwa nimedo. Juu nikianza kuimba nilikuwa nimeanza straight out of high school. So straight out of high school nika-record ma gospel like in a Rafton. So, that was like my nimeachana na hii gospel. So actually the producer pia was his first ilikuwa ngoma yake ya kwanza ya secular. Yeah, so tukaiproduce kimchezo tu. Yeah, so it wasn't the first but it was the first
of its kind.
So what happened in the gospel jams? Ulizitoa
YouTube na ngoja tu siku moja ile siku ndao moka hivi niachilia hapo yani throwback of I don't know, I feel like
I swear kila artist anakuanga nayo. Hata mimi niko na picha yangu fulani niki on stage nasema ile siku nitapenda. Hakuna kwenye mimi envy sana na wase wame make it na hiyo mtu amepost video yake akiteseka ako like you know God has been very faithful. Ebu nini vile nilikuwa nakaa kitambo. I'm like that post is so powerful.
Inakuanga powerful sana yani. Yani ni yo kuchase. Sasa mpaka imekuwa ni lifestyle. Wewe sema kutafuta kazi ni kazi. So like now creating, doing music na sasa fanya stand up comedy. For me sasa ni wera man. Like
it's a
hata YouTube kesho ikuje ibaniwe. Tutakuwa tu hapo tu tunadu hiyo shit still. So
what made you switch from gospel to secular? Ni pesa ama nini hapa?
I think mimi venye muona world very differently. I think comedy imekuja ka connect. Ndio nilikuwa nakwambia hata. So hiyo time I think tu ili ni hit like siezi haki kitu. Nikaangalia like literally most of my friends walikuwa PKs, walikuwa pastors kids.
Pastors kids.
Yeah, right. So I wasn't a pastor's kid. Nilikuwa raised na single mom. Nilikuwa muhuni, unaona niko tu bado naimba lakini bado niko na hizo na experiment na hizi na hizi. So sikuwa straight like
hizi ni vitu kama bangi.
Vitu kama bangi.
Na zile ni
actually vitu kama pombe, magadi.
Cheki hizi na zile na lile.
Hiyo statement umesema zile na zile unajua si kuwa mtu straight niko like okay.
But anyway,
experimentation ni gani?
Sikaanza niseme
at tender age.
Haikuwa ati kama na nilikuwa curious but ni siku ile
curious pia isaidi.
check nilikuwa okay, wacha niwaambie venye ilikuwa. Kuna kwanga ukianza game kuna ama peers wako on a certain energy. So the energy that they were in wasn't the energy that I was. Nilikuwa hiyo mimi I'm not a PK, sina church. Unaona? Alafu gospel ilikuwa pia na its own segregated people. Yeah, so me I was that kind of mistake wa mse wa kuconform to like mimi naweza sema mimi mse like na flow tu, unaona? So nikaona bro, and then nikaona wase hata our grow. Like ukiangalia mpaka leo Kak Franklin ndo the biggest artist. Haina turnover sana. So na imagine by the time ndo ifika ni kwa sasa mimi ndo top.
Time nani ndo ilikuwa kuna time gospel Kenya though ilikuwa imevuma. Hiyo time ya kina Danko sijui.
Actually like Danko alikuwa hiyo ndo time nilikuwa na record Lampstand.
Man of God.
Emoji.
Emoji I think hiyo time ilikuwa nasema Emoji na Kevo Youth. Cause nilikuwa na sing a bit dancehall-ish. Yeah, so hao ndo naweza sema walikuwa tunaweza sema hivi wa in a category it would have been Emoji, BMF, unaona, Seroney, Danko, hiyo kind of, cause all of them ni waimbaji. Yeah, so nilikuwa hapo tu. But that was a really long time.
But how are you doing it? Did you move to Nairobi so that you can connect to the scene?
So nilisomea Eldoret. Moi
Shout out to Moi University. My hometown.
Walai.
MSLD bana.
Wewe ni MSLD pia?
Ocha ni past LD.
But sahi tumeama LD tumeenda because madhe amefika hiyo age ni sasa hataki mambo ya town. So sahi home kwetu ni home kwenyu bado sio? So si Ocha actually.
Hata mimi sitaki maneno ya town.
Even ndo unaanza tuku kama unarudi nyuma.
Kuna time nimeingia kwa YouTube yo msave unaweza fungua tu lapi. Alafu msema ze like ukiangalia YouTube yake ati sijui ulikuwa umesearch nini life disconnected away from sijui nini like kuna udemu fanyangezo ma content za sijui living in the wilderness wilding in the so na watch mse niko like kingangana tu miaka 3 hii podcast ni yangu jamani kana nataka kuenza. Useme kuna time alikuwa hiyo living off grid sijui in Kajiado niko like mse yenyewe amechoka na town but like for real hizo ndo ma videos zimejaa
town imenipeleka tara
town ni scam.
So ulikuwa unakimbia Nairobi from you're saying ulikuwa
LD. So nikiimba gospel nilikuwa straight of high school, between high school na college. So nikaenda college, law school Eldoret. So nikatoka kwa hiyo scene ya Nairobi. So nikiwa Eldoret ndo nilikuwa na hiyo bado nataka kufanya ngoma nini. So nikimaliza Eldoret ndo niende KSL ndo nikadu Sugar. So Sugar ikakuwa bigi.
Ukasema nini masomo unaipiga tech.
Kasema this is what I'm doing bro. KSL ikatufanya ile kitu.
Aje.
So KSL ulikuwa ronga ama?
KSL maze kuna subject niliuma nje mzee mpaka ikabidi Johnny chore. Moja tu maze.
Noje rudi kuimaliza.
Sasa nilikuwa msanii ikafika miaka ikapita.
Uwezi rudi
but unaweza ukitaka.
But utapiga zote, si ati utarudia.
Sasa maze
nikati lazima upige zote.
Imagine.
Kuna hiyo
statute
of limitation.
Apparently, wacha nikwambie kuna sasa unitumia hizo ma stuff. Wananiambia you can still do it but I don't think I've really paid attention. My mind is not there. So naweza sema maybe if I do it maybe mwaka election. Because it's a very non-productive year music.
For real
like music time ya election wasanii kuwa fact serious because now any public gathering inakuwa scrutinized.
So change your ngoma ikwe they call me Ruto.
Piga remix ya kasong.
They call me Ruto, they call me William, then the girls them love me you guys.
The public coffers mali ya umma.
You guys are killing you guys during election here you guys, lakini rasa yako itakuwa inaumia kiasi.
Wewe unacheza nini?
So that is interesting. But anyway fikiria hivyo because mimi naonanga let's look at the last hizo campaign haya Triomio, sijui X-Ray, Diamond, like you know kadhaa wana benefit.
Lakini I don't know,
like wase wanatoa ma anthems za campaign.
Sasa unless ucheze hiyo kadi ama ucheze sasa
no,
kama
pia ukicheza hiyo kadi unaji alienate na your own fans
unanige like
because mafans wako wako non partisan like si ati mafans wako ni wase wa nini so kama msee wakiona mafan wako tuseme half ni wase wa baba waone umeenda kupiga ngoma na kasongo like so even like your music to them ni band plan.
Very true.
That's crazy.
But also sometimes those guys don't pay, you know that, right? Unapiga concert na upati check yako unless you get a way to get paid in advance.
Unless like mwenye sasa nakupiga hiyo link because I've had friends wenye wamekuwa close to such like you when example napeana hizo spanguingwi nini like the producer who did that I knew him personally so you ni one of a kind so unapata entertainment sports ziko risky alafu ukiangalia venye vitu political zimekuwa zikienda kuna unrest saini noma so inakuwa ni noma maza alafu wewe ni mtu wa vibe unajua music is all about good vibes so it's hard to really convert with that energy unless sasa maybe uingie kupeana sound
and then especially now where we are in terms of politics like we are looking at it
literally
it's no longer a hope like tunaona politics ndo it's the cause of all our problems is nini it's basically public enemy number 1 unajua so
I don't know. Pastor wana deliver say hiyo pepo inaitwa politics.
Cheki
unaitwa nani? Cheki inaitwa siasa.
Tunakemea. Toka.
Cheki toka.
Wewe sikia akisema
no votes.
Alisukuma. Alienda kwa hizo akasukuma akakataa kuanguka.
Mimi
sweep.
Ni mwenda hizo church wana.
Tabimi you guys.
Umepelekwa na masangu mazee wewe ni kama unarushinda.
Wewe mbona parents wanaonanga usanini kama ni a sign of devil worshipping
ama because you look different. You know you're not you know following.
Kau jaitwa devil na mzazi wako huja commit.
Kau jaitwa malaya.
I think that's why my usani hajapenya. Sikai ni kama.
I think kila dem pia ameitwa malaya na mama yake at some point.
Sema tu ni video
vixen. Sasa nini unavaa? Sasa umeamua kuwa malaya. I've seen like dozens of hizo videos by the
True.
You guys so KSL pesa ilianza kuingia ama?
I think like for me nilikuwa na balance hivyo music law sasa mimi nilikuwa KSL
hapo ndio umekaje kaching
hiyo shughuli ilikuwa imekuwa big song bro so almost every Friday nilikuwa na gig
seriously
like hiyo shughuli ilikuwa imefika mahali like ukihit mazedo ukufuata so there's a random guy wants a remix there's a guy who wants you to do what there is money that you're getting from your parents unaona so uko kwa hiyo lifestyle uko
kitu akigia Friday ni how much
yote ati
ulikuwa na cha rate card
ulikuwa na cha doi sikuache bro so pale venye inakaa mdo but zilikuwa zinakuja sana hizo time hazikuwa ati crazy hivyo like 20 30 40 hiyo matime
15 2016 that
ni crazy alafu sengine unapelekwa lodwa unaona msana kuja kwambia na kulipia ndege nini so ni more of like this shit is the shit
guy must you're living the rockstar life
so your time don't go like I'm gonna really do it and then ilikuwa no conviction like I really want to do music na hii story venye hizo ma challenges zilianza nikasema acha ni chore
what challenges you guys am I to be a fast forwarding but you guys let's baki hapo kiasi so ma gig you guys ilikuwa lodwa uliperform club fulani ama
maza unajua ni kama ni shows zingine funny ni shows zenye stage imeundwa na mbao unaona bali uziko na ka ghetto fulani but so kwa amazed sana juu like juu ni wewe like just to see ni ule mse like kuna hiyo mesmerization
ya sing along
kusing along like hiyo song ilikuwa imeenda sana design like hata nikichapa song zingine
bado
wase wado watu like kuna hiyo fast love maze
nikuulize umeipata hiyo ni I think maybe as a new unaweza pata hiyo because as a comedian huwezi pata intro ka hiyo but sema tukianza iPod so give it up for they call me Sugar hitmaker Seroney like your song precedes your name
I think yeah like alafu pia your identification ule mse alimba
like without being you being attached to that song like your name alone is not holding any
exactly
weight. That is
alafu
like you buy kuana like something good kabisa ile that's why you rumia artist wenye even with comedians and performers mtu ata make it to overnight like ile pressure ya kujaribu ku keep up
and then now
you not put any work kabisa like you don't know how to make this like yeah
I think so. Alafu pia kuna hii perception ya music ya stick to what works. So mi nilikuwa artistic ile design I don't want to do a song like that one, lakini for you to really make it you have to do a song like that one. Yeah, so that and music is a bit different cause lazima kwanza ufeed unanga msea kimba style moja anatoa tu song ingine kama hiyo kama hata 10
Nameless for example.
Okay, sawa, Nameless, like ukiangalia Nameless hata kina
Bahati zote
Bahati
tu ndio umefit
like there's that, even though wanakujua so you end up having the same videos.
ni kama pia even when it comes to rap it's like there's a flow, like for example me I'm a huge fan of Lil Baby. Me I think one of the biggest rap albums according to me my turn the deluxe version, because ilikuwa ukisikia song number 1 number 2 number 3 it's the same, yani alikuwa na rhyme alikuwa na sound flani but also it gets old. Kama sahi nikisikia akona album nyingine and then I'm listening to the first song I'm like this is just my turn all over again, like I evolve with the times. I mean but at that time yani ina work especially when you strike it, so ukicombine hiyo story ya ngoma imetoka uko bado shule unataka kufollow up hiyo ngoma kidogo unafaa KSL pale uchangamkie, unaona, so ina nini inakuwa pressure kiplani. Yeah, exactly.
So were you dealing with clients directly or ulikuwa na manager?
Nilikuwa na manager at that time actually. Nilikuwa serious, nilikuwa na manager international na local.
Nani Mwalimu Recho?
Si Mwalimu Recho. Kwa Mwalimu Recho ilikuwa jamaa
yake ijekufa bado. Si Mwalimu Recho.
Mwalimu Recho ni assassinator. So I had a manager. Yeah, huo manager alikuwa anatafuta mashow Kenya, anataka kupush.
Alikuwa a serious manager.
Yeah,
so what's the deal, like anakula 10%?
So alikuwa analipwa na my international manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this international manager, the idea was get popular in Kenya, we push you outside. Yeah, so ilikuwa imeanza hivyo. Yeah.
Are they the ones who approached you ama ndio approach?
Ilikuwa tu ni msee nilikuwa namjua for a couple of years, like nilikuwa naenda kwa ya kamera kwake kwa studio yake, then eventually was like I like what you're doing, would you be interested to? So alikuwa msali onata niki but na imagine
rasa yako iko aje?
Angalia time honestly squeeze unajaribu kitambo ilikuwa within the first 3 minutes of the episode lazima tu kuna msana kwa mongo. Siku hizi shout out maze umejaribu within 20 minutes later the first kumonge imetokea.
You guy no, but I'm hating but your experience was good na manager.
Yeah alikuwa sawa but eventually alikuja hata akapass. So when alipass sasa inabidi kuwe gengenge. But I think apart from the Sugar song, like nilikuwa na other moments in the music, it's just that people didn't know they were, like I have groups of fans unajua napenda Sugar au ndo wengi, then there's some that like some other music I did in between. There's some that love kuna wenye walidiscover after I got signed to UMG and got an album out. Kuna wenye walinijua hivyo, so wako hivi, alafu sasa niko na watu wananijua just for comedy. Yeah, so I'm trying to like nionenda ifanyaje
pull back hapo. So you got, at what point did you get signed to a record label?
Lisainiwa 2019 2020 hapo 2021.
So between 2016 after the hit song bado you were
nilikuwa nafanya tu ma songs, lakini sasa hapo sasa I'm not working with the other manager, I'm doing it independent. So I'm trying to work through, huyu anakuja ananiambia hivi, huyu anakuja ananiambia hivi. I'm also trying to be independent. So hapo kwa hiyo design ikamwa, then I also got a family hiyo time. So nikasema hiyo nashtukia tu imekuwa 3 years 5 years.
What's the advantage of working with these managers?
These guys usually have, naweza sema ni, think of someone who yeye mwenyewe haziimba but he has a way of making money through other people. So what they do, anakuwa yeye ni kama ni broker. So unaweza pata anajuana na kila mtu, anajuana na radio, anajuana na nini. Yeah, so he has that and someone else doesn't have it. So he kind of makes money off that knowledge and that connection.
So if he wants you on Capital FM,
yeah, so he's like I'm gonna get this share of that. So sometimes as an artist, kuna artist tu anaweza balance, anaweza jifanyia hizo vitu zote, but when kuna wenye hawawezi he separate. So yeah,
even like najua Bien na his wife is his manager now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's more of
him is Gomonga his manager.
it's not the other way around.
you beat me to the punch. And then ilikuwa nimekimbilia hiyo Lohang.
But imagine
cheki mimi nikimbilia hiyo the other cheki Seroney akichukua hiyo joke.
Oh yeah,
the other way around ilikuwa we are like, but also I think kama umesema it's very true, like kuna wase, and this is how I think, I don't think this is my original thoughts. I think nilisikia mse akisema, but you know, like your industry ama your art is making music when people who are not artists are making money from it. You know,
true.
Like right now,
you do celeb
comedy and ojue comedy now may grow. There are people who are not comedians who are making money out of comedy.
Gigi Mangeli.
Ona ananga ule mzee upapaku.
Mzee uchoma.
Ula kuchoma like umwete kimi fulani ya Wayne Brothers jamaa mwingine utokea usema message. Cheki kisengani utokea.
You guys, I'm kidding.
Atakudinya
the other way around.
But that's a sign of growth for sure.
Yeah, like for example, a big Rick Rubin ama Rick Rubin, this guy who has like a white beard, nini.
Oh, the guy who's a musician and
he's not even a musician.
He listens.
But he
has an ear.
He can't even produce.
He can't even produce. He can't even play an instrument. But he has an ear for good music. Like I may inspire some of the greatest albums from Kanye West,
even Jay-Z.
But he's not like kuna wase kama hao. Like they just have an ear for. Anaweza kuambia.
True.
Hata ajui ati hapa unia. Hata atakwambia atifanya hivi. Anasikia tu ngoma yako anakwambia okay, feel hapa.
But and I think one of the difference between artists who make it and some who don't is letting such a person into your space
and listening to them.
Because kupeana hiyo creative control someone else and direction control is very hard.
Especially if you are not dependent on it. The artists who are actually dependent on that, and actually that's how they thrive. Kuna wasanii wenye wanaandikiwa yani ni msanii ana live off other people ideas. So unapata kuna msee anaweza kuja hata akusikize ukirecord, kumbe all he wants is to inspire himself. So that's why I don't know, Drake anakuwa attack. Kuna hizo lines wana try kusema ni kama hiyo design, ndo hapo unasikia culture vulture inaingia, catfishing inaingia, but in terms of organization I feel manager important.
Some clip of a podcast here, I think CTA.
It
was this guy called Field Director. So alikuwa nasema yeye na Abel hired some nigga to give them sijui a plan, and they paid him a meter.
I saw that.
So mse akawapatia work. First aliwasikiza and then he said you guys are culture changers, some weird stuff. I don't know if those guys are for real.
I think for real,
but I think it worked because they seem to be
sometimes as an artist you are too close to the elephant. And then,
you need to step back.
Too close to the elephant, you guys.
Come on. 2025 ni mimi na ma idioms.
You last money chap you dem flani. From what you're telling me, I think you're too close to the elephant.
No, you're not.
Jackie, oh my god, Jackie.
Mbona dem yako na belt?
Ni waoza. Wale waoza.
Kama wewe unakomongana the other way.
Another belt na strap on, you guys.
But so I think and then also like I think ini kitu nilikuja ku realize, like I'm thankful, like nime realize sooner than rather, like unakuwa too connected to your art kabisa. You forget that as much as you're making it for yourself, other people are the ones who are gonna enjoy it.
That's why I think other people will also be dependent on your gift.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes you need someone uko nje, someone who does not know what is going on, ana any stake in whatever is going on, akupe tu like just guidance vizuri ya kuambia hapa nini. Mse mwenye understand the market and understand what people want, because sometimes we make what we love and that's okay, but if you want that commercial appeal, if you want to make money, you have to make what people want. And sometimes it's very hard as an artist, because what people want to you sometimes it's hacky, it's cheap, but the market wants what it wants, and what works in a work. So unajipata in a conundrum.
Like, why do you think Sauti Sol have lasted? Okay, they've broken up, but they're still doing concerts and charging 13 guizes. But why do you think they lasted that long?
I think it comes down to like because there are 4, so you can imagine like 4 networks from 4 different people. So ukiangalia like each of them had their own different strengths that collectively gave them some form of superpower.
But me, from the buddies I have who know some of those niggas, nasikia BN ndio alikuwa the engine. Lakini ndio anakola wase kujeni studio, sijui hao wengine mazee wajisikii kukam. Like BN was
it's no shock that you see like when everyone had their own solo career, you can see that BN do, I mean, not saying that at yao wengine they were not talented. I feel like as a collective everyone was complementing each other. They were like as a group they were but now like nikaa tu group project. Kulikuwa na ule Chopi alikuwa anafanya.
Kuna ule print mapepa.
Sasa shida ya Chopi ni kuna ule mswa print alafu Chopi akona social anxiety. So ule mwenye hakufanya anything ndo ana present kwa sababu yeye ndo like everyone is bringing something to the table, but once you separate them you can clearly see who was doing the most work.
But that aside, they still really lasted, right?
I think in Kenyan years they did, in terms of
even
like,
in international years, because many of these groups didn't last. Nakumbuka Backstreet Boys.
I think groups need hard unless you're like really relatives. Like me, I groups need hard. Like unless you're like relatives. But I feel like for them, maybe they should need to get like new members. Like I feel like groups ziki die individually, they should just get new members. Like kama if imagine if Tattoo just got 3 new girls and they just become kama Chinese groups. I feel like kuna areas are groups that are really prosperous, lakini watu watai kuenda na hizo changes. Like ukiangalia K-pop has a lot of groups, so so me I feel like maybe those could have been some of the collabos they would have gone for, like that would have made them tap into those kind of groups. But sasa ukiangalia era ya music say is more individual, like there's Burna Boy, Wizkid,
like they are just superstars.
Yani when the era of superstars, kuna time ilikuwa Boys to Men, then Jagged. Like there's a time there are different eras of
even in rap like ilikuwa hivyo, kulikuwa na Wu-Tang, kulikuwa
so don't try and like force a certain era of a group. Like maybe I think like mutate, and I feel like ukiangalia K-pop had a lot of groups. Kulikuwa groups mungi za K-pop. I think the last groups ni za K-pop. The last industry. That's maybe my thought. Like
so you grew up in Macha. Tell us about your youth. What was it like?
Growing up in Machakos was like I was a typical youth, but nilikuwa
single mom.
Single my dad and my mom divorced, so mi nilikakaa na masangu Machakos.
Budako alienda?
Budangu alirimari.
Damn.
So he got another wife, got other family.
Your dad is a Kale, right?
He's a Kale,
Damn.
But tulikuwa bado tunaweza.
On behalf
of the tribe.
So I grew up.
How old were you when they were separated?
I was a kid, man. Like hata siwezi kumbuka.
Are you the firstborn?
I'm the firstborn, then there's my sister, and then there's a smaller sister. Okay. So we are 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So aliamua these 3.
So I think me and my sister tuli move back to Machakos.
Oh, how did your mother obviously decided because you are a toy?
Yeah.
So when did you decide kwenda na mother?
Naweza sema yani because it was a real divorce, so maybe the custody went to the kids, to the mom.
Ile ya kotini.
Ile ya kotini, man.
Damn, you guys. Things are normally nasty,
They didn't like each other at all.
Unajua hizo za kotini hata unaleta finyo ndio upewe hiyo divorce.
Nakumbuka hata first time kwenda Milimani, like I even got a suit and shit.
Milimani?
Yeah.
Went to court, you guy.
When I was a kid, bro, I had like
a star.
I think hapo ndo nilianza kusema nataka kuwa lawyer.
Hapo ndo ulipata inspiration.
Hapo ndo inspiration ya kuwa lawyer.
Ulienda mara kadhaa?
I don't know how many times we did, but I remember wearing a suit and going to Milimani.
Damn, you guy.
Yeah.
Judge alisema I want to see the kids.
I think it was one of those ones, so nika pull up tu pale kapigwa mbwenya.
Check mzee kabla session ianze. Check it, they call me sugar, they call me daddy.
love me.
So niko na talent.
I'll stop.
Take it, order.
That is crazy. But like,
that's rough.
Even divorce in that time was still like even for you to take it, like that was for you. That is
Like me, so
1990 something,
did you
I think.
feel-
Ndio,
How
I
were
didn't
you
feel
feeling?
shit because I was a kid, so that became the reality that like me nikifunga macho hivi nikikumbuka it all started in Machakos. So
Hizo
hakuna
vitu zingine ni pre-
hizo zingine tunaambiwa like
Yeah.
like now recently I met my cousin akiwa grown up and ananiambia I used to come to your house when you were kids bro, we were friends. I don't remember none of that shit.
ati ukumbuki nikikubeba.
Ananiambia
nigga, who the fuck are you?
mpaka kaniambia hata kukumbuka time mlisa mkaishia Masako akaenda na nyinyi.
But
So
they don't
me, I'm
even
like,
speak on that kabisa.
Eh,
They
so-
just mention it in passing, but they
Eh, ile
understand
tu.
it's a very
Sort of taboo
sensitive
yeah, so me I'm easy. Me I'm like yeah I don't remember that shit. So it became my reality. It became like sasa Machakos. So I was like Kiprotich. Even my friends, it's weird, all my friends were like people like me. So kulikuwa mngine to Brian Ochieng, like we were like
How did
people
you
who
grab
are
that?
not from that town. Like watoto wakale wa mkale mjaka
Mkale
wa
ni-
Kisii.
Kisii.
So we ended up becoming like
A click.
aka click. Like even my friends wenye najua from childhood ni the same, like the Luos who are Kambas, Kisii
Kambas who are Luos.
So me I was Nandi Kamba.
Yeah.
So that's how I
Oh, okay.
so that was me now.
Na buda yako alikuwa na reach out ama alienda akiendanga?
Alikuwa na reach out, alikuwa ngadoki, so ana pull up, you
Buda
know.
yako he used to send some money.
Yeah, I used to send some money. So alikuwa tu mi siwezi sema ati like fuck that nigga and all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm more like I don't know, even though
Story
ilikuwa-
yao.
hiyo ni story
Hiyo ni
yao.
mambo
Yeah,
yao.
yeah. So that was it. So when I became sasa mtu mkubwa because of the name,
Understand sasa.
nikaanza kuunderstand. Because of the name sometimes I meet Kales and they get pissed because
Why?
I can't speak Kale.
Yeah, that's normally a bummer, you guys.
Yeah, so I usually
That's why mimi naitwa Bashir Halaiki.
so you know that for a fact. Kales wapendwa
You never
Kale.
use my Kale name.
They don't like
Kale
Kales.
usiongee Kale.
Unazongea Kikale?
Unaweza
Yes,
sikia?
no, I can speak too. I
Oh,
can,
okay,
but
okay.
in a depend conversation ni like if it's casual conversation, ni aje?
Yeah, man.
Umetoka wapi nini? Unaenda wapi? Wewe ni mtoto wa nani?
Yeah.
Umekuaje? Maminga la.
Togol selling mood.
Hapana, vitu tunasemanga hata zimekingi sense. Sema ati kila kitu ni one.
So that was it, man.
So and right now do you connect with your dad? Are you guys
Yeah. We still talk. I think we're
Is he
cool.
still a doki?
Right now he's a lecturer.
Oh,
Yeah, right now he's a lecturer. I'm even meeting some of his students sometimes.
Oh,
Sometimes
nice.
I'm like, yo.
He's a lecturer where?
Alikuwa, alikuwa USIU. Then akaenda, there's a campus in I think MKU in Meru.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's your relationship like?
As I said, maybe Memorial. Like I can't say we have. Hatuwezi sema tuko na ile ubeste.
Because he didn't have that.
Yeah, like if I meet him, I'll be like, hey.
Oh, is that one of this, my dad?
Yeah, like this is my dad. Like see.
Kama ya umse na bro wake.
Like
Mbona niongelesha nikana
anijua. Like he can pull up like, yo, my boy. I'll be like,
you guys mnachoma you guys.
the tables have
Attest
turned,
with
man.
your own medicine.
Man, you relate.
You guys are bad guys.
Yeah. So that was it, man. That was like tuna relate sasa hivyo.
It's interesting. Mimi nilianza kukua close na budangu after kuhama kutoka home. Then I was like 25. Before that alikuwa akiingia kwa digs, me kwa bedroom. Akienda bedroom ndio natokea kwa sitting room, you guys. It was like a cockroach tenant relationship.
Bro. What do you think? Why do you think it was like that? Because me, I never had.
Because he was a military dad, like ukiingia
He was a Kale dad,
yeah, but he was a Kale dad, you guys. So he wanted to be reading a book.
Yeah.
He didn't talk to you, eh? He
Yeah.
just command, Where are your books? What are you doing? Go and sleep. Wake up. Hey,
No, because I'm sensitive.
Dad, can we talk about my feelings?
Checky, you're giving me a lot of anxiety, bro. So you guy, so when I moved out is when we started hanging out.
And I feel sometimes, Neo,
coffee.
if you seem like a man, it's like, hata mi says he can't nigga that much, bro. Like sometimes I see myself like,
Oh, because you have a toy, yeah?
yeah, like now that I have a toy, I'm like, even me, I'm like, bro, I don't hug niggas that long. Like,
You guys, you're a Kale.
yeah, like, I'm like, hapana bana.
Shaiske hiyo joke ya dad ati how he shows love to his dad. He just goes and stands next to him. Alafu anasema, "Hey, kuna nyesha eh?" Say ati wame
Hiyo ni the most interaction with our
intimate.
Yeah, who know me? I don't know. Like I feel it's different.
The older they get, because that I mean, because now my dad had other families. Like we were the last family, So
Yeah.
when I talk to my step brothers and my step sisters from like the previous marriages,
Yeah.
like the stories I hear, like my dad was like a proper villain. Like umse alikuwa na nyaunyo
Terrorist,
ya nyumba na ya gari.
So you didn't grow up with your mko pamoja?
But I was young.
Okay.
I was not old enough to have these conversations. But
Yeah.
I'm getting, let's say, to primary, high school.
Yeah.
My dad was getting into his 60s.
Okay.
Mid 50s, so he was becoming softer and softer. So he was softer to us.
Because becoming a granddad.
Yeah, so when I'm talking to like my eldest brother,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm mjai pigwa because I'm complaining, oh my dad nini yako, like I'm doing, like he used to be a beast, unajua
Yeah.
edge, you soften up,
You mellow.
but he was a demon kabisa, like he used to
Mazeni tough.
deadly.
So maze Campo Sugar imeshika. So what happened next? There's this thing which I read about Michael Jackson.
Okay.
So Michael Jackson released Thriller, which really did well.
Yeah.
So they say for the rest of his career he was chasing that high.
Yeah.
Is that something you relate to? Is that happening that happens to musicians?
It happens especially from the media. Because sometimes when I meet people, they always like take you back to that state of that art. So people are like sugar after sugar, and me sugar after 2015. So there's so much that I've done all this stuff. Yeah. So sometimes I used to feel bad kitambo, but now I'm like, okay, let me just bring you up to par to where I am right now. So especially the media, because media doesn't do their homework. So they'll be like, the first thing they'll be like, they relate to this song. So after they relate to the song, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the question they ask you. Yeah.
Like when I was here with this guy earlier before you came, we checked out that jam. Alafu tukaona zingine kali you guy hapo on the
Yeah.
portfolio.
Discography. Yeah. So I feel like I'm an artist. So many as experiment at different sounds. That's why even when I started comedy, nilifanya too. It wasn't like naogopa. So I'm just living that artist, like being an artist. So if I wake up, I can sing, I can try this. Yeah, so I'm trying to like, I'm learning now how to play the piano. I want to learn how to produce as well, because music can get super expensive. So I can't, I need to be able to, because I'm really fast in writing my music. Yeah, so Nikozileza,
So guys are slowing you down?
Kinda. So I'm, and then not even slowing me down, it's super expensive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so every idea that I get is a song, and it's like 10 G's a song. And that's a deal.
It's an idea, it's not even
So like nikikuja nikwambia sasa nimekuja studio tumerecord ngoma moja, kesho ndakuja tu na idea nyingine na kesho nyingine, so so me I'm like I
your creativity is cool, like
per song, bro. So I'm like
it's painful.
This is a lot.
an alcoholic.
No ujui ngoma gani ita hit, unaona.
They're all ideas.
So they're all ideas. So you kind of like, bro, the only way I'm gonna do this shit is if I'm doing it myself, so that I can be able to like even though najiona nikizeeka, nilijuza the other day how do I see myself old? I'm like, I see myself like locked up in a studio somewhere just producing. Yeah.
Guys, 10Ks.
Ideas. I'm like,
So idea yako ni sawa, itakuwa 15K.
Check pay bill ndio hii. Eka italeta Seroney.
Zawa. Hebu nionyeshe message.
Haya, tuko na 3 hours.
Twende.
Something you said hapo.
Yeah.
I did music in high school.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah, and I did music because music ilikuwa na mademo wote kabisa. Like because
the showers.
When you get into high school, you do everything.
Yeah.
I did agriculture, agriculture and music is also like humanities.
Yeah.
At some point I was to choose. I'm like between music and.
So umejo kucheza keyboard. Which instrument did you learn?
The recorder, just to be honest, because now we had only one piano. So kulikuwa na wale wase. Shout out to kuna mtu anaitwa, it's called Phil Kangogo.
I know Phil the Kangogo.
Phil Kangogo kwa Sacho.
What?
Yeah.
I know Phil Kangogo, bro.
Yeah.
I think we could live in the same neighborhood. Yeah.
I think Pia is a dope.
Is that music actually? Yeah, he plays an instrument. Yeah.
So yeye ndo alikuwa msee, kulikuwa na wale wase washaiva ni.
Yeah.
So me I didn't have, mimi nilienda huko tu juu ya madem na mafunky.
Yeah.
Inafika time ile ya music festival, there's literally no one in high, everyone is gone, like wasa wanafanya ma solo verse nini.
Yeah.
Tumefika point now I'm like siwezi kaa, alafu wasa wamebaki ni wana suck. like people who are just there
wasema hata Sunday wako preps
like, with this guy
yeah
let me just do something fun and then to have music paper is it paper 1 or paper 2 paper 2 was orals so orals is basically you get to listen and write music so hiyo nilikuwa nanilemea because I didn't have an ear for that but other people who are passionate about music for the right reasons
yeah
were actually writing music me I couldn't hear shit so when I you have an ear for music I'm like I from the other side I know like kuna hiyo
yeah
it's a gift either you have it or you don't have it always learn
very true like even when I'm recording like key kuna vitu I can't play the piano but I won't sing off key I won't go off beat so most of it is more like
intuitive
yeah ni kama tu key rhythm yeah it's natural yeah.
So you have a foundation into New
Africa Pamoja Foundation
how did that come about is that a recent thing ama nikitu
no imagine I registered it in 2020
kulitoa wapi hiyo idea jo
so what happened COVID happened bro so when COVID happened
it happened with a member
unaangalia kama we still
record
yeah so ideally so COVID happened 2020 hiyo time nilikuwa nimemaliza simekwambia niko na background ya law
yeah
nimesema you know what I'm gonna go the NGO route so I worked for NGOs when I worked
okay
yeah nilifanyia ICJ then I did there was a USAID project that was in my village uko chini so I did some NGO work and I really loved doing something that for the community that was kind of my thing so I was like I'm gonna do something around my creative industry so I wanted to do something about music so during the pandemic nilikuwa na set up kwa studio kwa nyumba before I moved now to the upstairs everything was in my house
so invest to make
nimeka ma mic ma speaker so it was a bit chaotic so your time nilikuwa nimesema I'm gonna register something and enjoy shit so a friend of mine akakuja kunigotea footballer so he was like yeah your art is very interesting because you can record by yourself me I need 12 other players like he gave me the perspective of how COVID imem fuck up so ideally I was like thinking of okay if I'm gonna start this shit what am I gonna call it so nikaanza tu ku brainstorm then I was like so eventually I got the name New Africa Pamoja Foundation no I nilikuwa natafuta tu majina my guy like unaona how you had from out the from Funani I'm like wait a minute your pussy just made me get this brilliant idea
you guys are idiots
never Funani like nilikuwa tu of course when you're starting something you have to look for a name you have to look for a vision so eventually I narrowed it down
sorry I'm sorry
so you guy
yeah
so but what piqued your interest kwanza is NGO
because I needed to find a purpose in life I needed to find something that aligns
was
with
there a lull
what's a lull
as in kulikuwa kumenyamaza kiasi okay definitely because of COVID
yeah because of COVID now kuna kitu ina happen
kuna gig
watu wamekwama
so lodwa
bado
unawapigia cheki lodwa
hello
mko fiti
bado hata boda you get like you couldn't even move like COVID was bad so I was like
COVID was interesting I remember there's a time now during COVID ilianza now I used to live in a bed sit hapa South Bay so when COVID ilianza now my sister like her family like you know how you because they are Somali like Somalis when there's something you just huddle together so like my entire step family is in Langata let me go there like
join them
free food free so I remember now like during that I stayed there for like 2 or 3 months ikifika usiku kulikuwa na hiyo club COVID ya Extendela ile quarantine radio ya
Tory Lanes like that shit was a very good time
it was a good time like kama ungekuwa tu place yenye you don't need to pay rent nini uko ngoja tu usiku mseni
uko tu pale kwa kablanketi tu
you guy man
hiyo time ilikuwa crazy uliwatch hiyo shit yo chicks walikuwa overboard bro chicks walikuwa mpaka na zile floating zile mabaluni zinakuanga za toy za za kuswim bitch amekeo shit kwa keja maze anatwag on Instagram man
for real kwa hiyo club COVID
yeah like I remember Tony that's why it was banned man enye uliwatch
kama una watch
damn we need another pandemic.
anakuambia sasa haya sawa umetoka anakuambia haya uko na maziwa hapo haya jimwagie.
So guys are supposed to choose who gets the money. So if they like you, they send you money, bro.
Direct
there's a deal, man.
So they send money to me
Christian Della
and then atatumia hadi ni message like we used to follow up like nini. So during the live people are sending hapo ndo nikajua story ya ni hizi ma like US Kenya ni like a lot of money was coming from the US.
Yeah.
Because even people in the US were locked down seriously more than us. They didn't have anything to do. And coincidentally the timing is umeamka asubuhi it's around 12:1 hivi unaingia live mazee mademo wanatoa. So people used to send a lot of money from the US.
Yeah.
I remember there's a dem fulani Mkisii, sijui kama nakumbuka jina yake.
Nyaboke.
He's like kama for 50k or something.
Seriously?
Bro.
Na nani alikuwa na McDoaje?
I think he had a commission. You would take a commission
Out of the prize money.
Yeah, and then now people started speculating mambo zama.
So hakuwa anajua commission ni ngapi anachukua.
I think alikutanga akasema facilitation fee.
But I'm sure it was heavy, right?
It was heavy, man.
Yeah.
It's daily.
Damn, you guys.
Aka setup kama hii.
Yeah.
I won't say he was big. Like the viewership.
This is what chillers are doing now, bro. They're doing
they're
this.
Investing, eh?
And then,
they're just...
yeah, man.
Check it. Jama dem wanasongesha rasa moja the individual. Ule wa unga.
Kisika unamkumbuka wase wa
club COVID.
Nyaboke. So you alikula for finje you guy.
But you know there's a new wave of that now on TikTok live.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah, it's back but it's weird,
but
bro.
It's not as big,
it's not as neat. Like,
yeah. Sasa kuna wase tu unapata saa 6 wako so ukijoin Jonte big up woza so you guys are chanting. So if we say Jonte you say Jonte woya. Hey. Tap screen.
For real like they're doing
so unasema tu hivyo.
Like, yeah. What you do is if you join the live they read your name and then if you send a flower it's like NPC. Like
okay. Reaction ukitumia.
Yeah. So this is like a girl who's to thank you. Yeah. So it's like ina come back lakini
Neo club COVID ilibaniwa.
Yeah, at some point ilibaniwa.
Ili discuss your parliament,
there was a guy who joined the twerk.
Damn.
From Kenya.
God to be man. Akora nitapata pesa. Tamini kwa na matako.
Alikuwa na marasa.
That guy won you guys.
Wasio kwa najua ni anageuka hivi.
I swear. Hadi akakuwa regular. Ama mimi I was into deep baby.
You guys watched a guy
mzali kwa subscriber.
Me I'm like okay. Variety.
But it was that time, man.
But people love people love different things.
Yeah, by the way, wase wa Majundo walikuwa na push. Obviously wa Kenya are very homophobia like nini, but wase wa Majundo now they were sending money specifically they're like yini atom.
Damn.
You got
but Buddha finally alitwerk mazee kando ya nini jitaje ishi ya wote shamba tractor. Finally ilikuwa hapo.
Alienda na light up nje.
Light up nje hiyo.
Akacheck around akasema no kill na hii shit.
Koitalel Arab Samoya gempata you guy. But you guys, that's interesting. So ukamua foundation ikaanza kushika.
So I registered it and then I wanted to like now actually do it because now reality can hit. Like now I'm not gonna fucking do the law. I'm not gonna do music.
Oh, you can.
So, so me I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start this NGO. So I registered it, nika copyright even the logo and shit. And then I created the space up there now for the studio. So ikakuwa ni that period of like making it work. Yeah.
So what was it doing? Like what was the NGO doing?
So we have different programs that we have because now New Africa means now uniting Africa together. So it's an organization empowering Africa through performing arts, sports, fashion. Hizo vitu zote music, performing arts. Yeah. Yes.
Among our organization. Check it.
You don't have a song called Poom Poom 24/7?
For real?
Damn. Yeah.
Okay. How?
So basically that's it. Like in right now I feel like this year is the right year to we're launching this year. Yeah, I'm launching it this year because I have a bigger plan for the foundation. The vision is more clearer now. I know what I need to do, and I think it's time now.
Okay.
Because now I feel like if I don't do it, no one is gonna do it. No one is gonna see the art the way I see it. No one can. It's my entire life. So when you unasema keyboard moja, we are the same thing, one keyboard. So we are thinking of opening clubs within schools, doing workshops. I took on performing arts for comedy. That's why tumefungua hiyo room. It's a part of a project within that foundation. So it's about now doing it.
So do you get donors to fund the thing?
No, I've applied several grants but haven't been successful. So most of it has been my own. But we have our own income generating activities. Kaa tuko na hizo sound zetu, we hire the sound out. We do services kama za videography, conferencing. I've done a couple of those ones. So ideally is I want to like get a few people. Actually this year we're doing new employments. So we're getting like 3 people that I can put on payroll. Mtu anaweza nishutia content around your place, and basically anaweza do posters and stuff like that.
Just graphics.
Graphics pia na mwingine wa kupika because we want
have you thought about abductions as a new venture? Generating capital.
Napata mama fulani wapo anapika chapo po na mkidnap yendo za ndoa huko.
So stand up ingeaje jo?
So stand up niliingia after producer. Unaona hiyo ngoma ulikuwa unasema spangwingwi. So what would happen is on my free time after nime record watch stand up comedy. Like watch stand up comedy. Hata nikiwa na say like people laugh. Like unaweza make comment. I'm that funny guy. Watu wananiambia unaweza kuwa stand up comedian. So there's a friend of mine who told me kuna kuanga hii stuff Kenya. So akanionyesha nini za punchline. Nika watch cause your time walikuwa na post. Nikasema maybe one day I'll pull up. So after my producer passed, Memorial did take 2 weeks maze. Because guys were meeting every day. Alikuwa Muluya. So ilikuwa ina happen every day. I love it was so intense because one alikuwa Msemyang, and then it was a really intense period because your time kulikuwa sasa issues zingine zikaanza ku crop up about juice record labels nini doya prezo ikatoka. So it became a whole intense thing. So hiyo period venye iliisha, I think me because of the morning and mimi nikashindwa kurecord because now I'm trying to record. Yani hiyo kitu ilikuwa too much. We were hanging out TV2. Then unasikia it's Thursday, we meet Thursday, then Friday, Saturday hapo hivyo weekend boop. So because zile za shit. So how I ended up going to comedy is nilikuwa nashindanga tu studio. So my wife akaniambia yo do this, where enda tafuta somewhere you could unaweza enda hata uto your mind from nini. So nikasema wacha tuende comedy. So I had gone to comedy one time, ikuwa brioche. Wakaniambia kuangana ma workshop na manini sijui wapi 2 grapes and stuff like that. So one day I told them my booty pedendeni hiyo nini. So I went, wakaniambia the people usually write jokes nini. So I had written like a couple of 2 jokes. So nikazi perform kwa hiyo workshop wakasema wewe hata unafaa ukuje on nini on
those guys are more gracious than ile meza ya Churchill. Churchill you guys ungekuwa bado unaenda audition. No hiyo iko sawa.
Lakini
wewe rudi tu next month. Usijali.
Yeah, so that's how I ended. Nikaifanya, other people laughed. Then I think because of the writing nika music, I was like
it's something you're used to.
Yeah, I'm like sasa nikaenda hizo ma workshops nikaona I can do this.
Just to understand like the basics.
Ile tu niona.
Also you've been watching comedy, you know.
Exactly. So unaanza kuona sasa wase wa Kenya sasa naona because that's how I even had your name. Nilikuwa nasikia nikaambia story kama ya crowd work. Nikaambia kuna wasema king tu hapa hivi kwa crowd work kama Kisiengani. That's the first time nilisikia jina yako. Game nikikuja roast nikamwambia huko kuna sewa nova. You get me? So I started hearing this two names. So after a while ndo nikakuja nikajua siasa za comedy. Nikaona ni music tu tena. Like
all of us.
Like this is music again. Like
Organic 2.0. Unatoka music ndo escape stress.
Nikaona sasa niko na wisdom kidogo. So I'm like
then you also like you've been doing this. It's not your first dance.
So me I'm like
Simsani mpya vitu ni.
Yeah, so I was like me I'm not gonna be part of it.
Tulipigwa kipindi because now like that was our first time doing anything arts. We don't understand the industry, so
yeah. Mse kuna siku nilimpata hapo punchline amekaa chini ya mti. Really nililea you guys. Mimi nilikuwa naenda host. Cheki Eriko hataki kunipesho. Na mimi nimekuwa consistent kwa kama hapa hivi. Lakini huyu jamaa atanitaki. Haya, wase wangapi wamekuja kutoka abroad waka? Ngoja, mimi naenda host.
You guy, at what point nililia hapo?
Wacha nikwambie kitu. Me I
This
feel
guy was sad, you guy. You guy nilikurumia.
nilikuwa hata kwa website.
Bro, mimi nilikuwa nimetoka kwa sababu
Kwa baba shop, picha fulani ya baba shop.
Nilikuwa nimeenda mazee generational run. Mimi mazee pale to Graves mazee nilikuwa naua on levels zenye I think some
on
of the
levels,
best materials zenye nimeandika huko yani. Because hiyo audience ya to Graves
it's hapo.
Nilianzia blues.
Lakini alikuwa naulie huko tu.
To Graves ilikuwa alafu ilikuwa ni place yenye hata ukienda na new material people are welcoming, unajua? Like ilikuwa hiyo place yenye and then now I think hapo ndo kuna tu day fulani ka click, so nilienda like on a run kabisa, so like bro open mics na uwa nini like nilikuwa ule mse like ungekuja ulize hata ukikuja tu show like ungeona like kuna stand out act tuko like ni I started getting into hosting nini. So for me like me nilijua first of all me na Eriko like atuko on the same knee. Ile unaona venye kawaida after umetoka kupiga open mic sie ukikimbilia huko nyuma kupea notes. So kuna day ako nikimbilia huko nyuma ndo nikajua hii relationship kidogo
Cheki hajanikimbilia
hajanipatia compliment
hajanipea notes jo. Niko like
so you smelled a rat.
and then mimi na yeye tumekuwa na altercation before of which haikuwa serious. I was just trying to be funny but in the wrong time because I think
kwa stage.
See
I think kila comedian akona hiyo
okay what happened ni it was an open mic mimi nisha perform nimeua nini so the problem was I think comedians ama the audience was making noise so Eric was walking around like looking all nyamazisha wase so I just commented I'm like hey Eric is out here looking like a deputy principal shutting people up bro.
Ulisema kwa stage
you guy
ulisema kwa stage
kwa group
uliandika you guy but even you guy are fun.
You guy by the way alikuja aka negotiate my nilikuwa nimebaniwa by the way stage
hata mimi nimebaniwa bro.
Umebaniwa?
Mimi nilienda on Thursday nikiwa Matings my guy.
Uliperform ukiwa Matings?
Walinyima perform me I'm like bro me superstar bro I'm like
okay. Fuck you. Oh that's your sister and fuck her too. No nimekunywa KC.
Wacha nikwambie umeona let me just
umesikia sugar
mimi nimoi kunywa nikachoma bro like
kwa stage
no like I know when someone says ulikuja ukiwa drunk ukachoma like I can be like
sawa
nilifanya nini so I can tell the level of which kama nikuchoma but me I felt like this was more of like ni wasemu kona ngori tu zenyu and I feel like it was more cause I was performing killer play and like me I was like I don't want to be part of your whatever energy that it was whatever time me I'm more of like I came in this shit to just build my craft and like just perform unaona cause nilikuwa na spend time naenda nini and all that so nikaona this is the best I feel like imerudio time ya kubamba crew K crew you know so I'm more like
so it was PTSD
so me I was like bro I've seen this shit before I've seen Ogopa Caliph versus any us versus them
and you know how it ends
so me I'm like I'm not gonna waste more years or
nilijua yenyewe imekuwa cult time watu walianza kuvaa mani raincoat Tomorrow kuvaa raincoat ya punchline nikasema yenyewe
bana
it's become
wasali bwana azirudishe by the
unajua how many times you unyesha by the wasali wanarudisha unapigiwa urudisha
for real
that was the time I felt like wow
things are thick
hello Seroney sasa ile box ya punchline mwana ya clip ya na unirudishia box nilikupatia wewe kwanza nilianua ilikuwa ya Jont.
That's hilarious. So anyway, so punchline ukaanza kuchapa mashow nini?
Yeah, so I did that for before I even knew it nikakuja nikarealize it's 2 years bro.
Damn.
Yeah, it's 2 years but every time I yeah, so me I didn't even know that these other places exist bro. I didn't know collective existed.
Say akona bottleneck flani and if you are a new comedian first of all I think he's more visible. I mean, you'll find your way to punchline.
But their branding is amazing.
They're doing amazing work. Shout out to punchline. Like, you guys are doing amazing. But once umeingia kwa hiyo ecosystem yao, it's very hard. First of all, for you to find out about stand-up collective or Karura or anything. If you find out, there's just some cautionary tales about it.
And then also, it then looks as glamorous.
Unajua Seroney alipiga show moja ya stand-up. Hatujai muona tena. Like it's...
Yeah. And then they look like if you are to choose, to be honest,
Yeah.
punchline looks glamorous, you guy. Like the lights, the DJ, you know, the
the
mood
audience
lights
are
at
laughing
the back,
at the
the
greetings.
audience, the photos.
The
Like, how are you guys doing?
Maze hapo ukienda stand up titles Mujai ndio ametengeneza stage
Nakaribisha kwa nini?
Haya karibu bwana, wewe unaitwaje? So there's that glamour. So
Yeah.
ukaanza kuchapa maroom zingine.
Yeah, so I started doing other rooms. Then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I need to have control of my comedy the same way I have control of my music. Like, hiyo kwambo you can't perform, nili realize no one can tell me that in music. No one anaweza kuja niambie ati cheki Sero au record. I'll be like, nigga, I got my own studio. Like, that doesn't exist. I feel like music became powerful because it broke those barriers of you have to record Ogopa.
gatekeepers.
Yeah, it broke that. So nowadays you can even record on your phone in whatever studio where the creativity comes. So I felt like, I felt like, because I really wanted to perform that night. I was psyched up. Nilikuwa nimetoka road show. Yeah, like I was really, and then I did a road show around Nairobi na best. So I was psyched. Yani I had material. Nilikuwa nimesema, I'm gonna try out this shit. I'm gonna. So when I pulled up, then I find your energy. I was like, if I pull that energy in music, no one can tell me don't get up on stage. So I was like, I need to create my own place that hata kama mimi nataka ku perform in the middle of the night, I can be like, oh shit, I want to record this shit. Nitata watu papa. So I was like, I'm gonna create my own small place where even not just me or even other comedians when anataka kuja ku perform, anaweza come to perform hata kama anataka kusema nini, because I feel like ilikuwa imeanza kukaa kama wrestling. Yeah, like ni staged sasa. Yeah, like ni staged. Like I started seeing comedy like that. I started seeing like even the least penye utaekwa, you know,
Everything
even how
is,
someone introduces you. Like if someone wants you to
imekuwa tu drama festival.
yani kama mtu anataka ushine hata.
Yeah, like sana I think it is story Maina Mnene aliniambia. So I think Maina Mnene ameenda kupiga show huko ni Bia District.
Yeah.
So amewekwa after nani? Arnold Xavier. So apparently before Arnold Xavier ingie, like Eriko na make sure the energy is right. Yani anataka yani hata introduce apige jokes zisini anarudi amuintroduce vizuri yani
Me notice kwa new school actually. Me notice at new school because at new school everybody at different times to perform. Like you're performing this long, but other sets took too long. Unaona, like you really want this set to. So me I was like, in rest. Like I've seen this in music. I've seen it in music. Unaona hata venye nani anajaribu kuintroduce mtu fulani, then I'm like,
Do you think that thing has given you an sort of advantage in comedy, like having that background in performance?
I think it has in the sense of kukanusa. Kukanusa too. Like when you ask me to come for the podcast, I'm like, I'm coming. Like there is no acha niulize, and it's like I want to do this.
But then you know people actually ask for permission to come.
Unaona sasa hiyo ndo una kama unaanza kufeel like why am I doing that now?
Hello,
you're not signed.
Sasa nilikuwa nimeitwa podcast. Naweza enda.
Jeki wewe ni mjinga.
You guy.
Hauna akili yako.
And then it's like unajua the reason me hata sitakangi kuongelea story and all that ni because first of all there was blues even before there was punchline. Sindio? I remember Eric Cataway even before that. I remember him coming and performing there. And I remember when he started punchline and he started doing Two Grapes, we were there for him. Ile time ilikuwa ni yeye, wife yake, like the friends. Like we actually did a lot kabisa nini. Remember the time he like ndo story ianze kabisa, like the right history nakumbuka the Last Supper. When he called us back to his place nini, it was all comedians, photo shoot, profile. That's why ukienda kwa website, like he has all of us still. And then he sold us on this idea, you know, I want to record your sets, you know, you're gonna do this and this and this and this. So they're like, cool, sawa, haina shida, tusukume kitu kabisa, si ndio? And then now we didn't see it as a form of control until later on, and then now he started using those things against you, you know. He'd be like, like he'd record your knee and he's like, you can't post your own clip unless sijui ati punchline imetuma collaboration, like ilianza tu kukua sound, ilianza kumorph. It started as a good thing kabisa, but now it ended up being something else. And then now the way he blackballed all the comedians who were with him, like time alianza, and then he's like, you know what, I can build this shit without you, I'll start from new comedians, and you're like,
cool. That's the thing that I didn't get, like, and I could feel kuna hiyo, even wakiniambia hiyo story ya kukuja nikiwa mlevi, I was like, mimi sikuwa mlevi your design, you get me, like I know
umeekelewa
like I can see, unajua pia kuna ule mtu anakuonea, unaona huyu ananionea, like this is and then some shit they were saying that was a really weird, so mean, because like that, bro, this shit we have seen this shit before, man, I've seen this shit and I feel only kitu watu wengi watakangi kuibongea, like I've seen it before, you hata nikifanya vitu kwa zile za kuna tuka nini kako yeah.
But me I always see it as growth, like an industry which is growing will always have some of this shit.
But that's why comedy iko na superpower. The superpower of tags, the superpower of helping people at the craft stage. A lot of musicians are wananga hiyo, they record in their own groups. So unapata people assume just because wewe wimbi kama mimi can't input. Unaona venye unasema having someone in the place ya kuchange song, you'll be surprised some songs hata zikichange MP3 BPM song inakuwa way better. But
just like a small
a small tweak, like mtu anaweza kuambia you're singing in the wrong key, bro, and that could change the entire dynamic. So music na feel ingeza chukua hiyo aspect ya comedy ingewak sana, but pia comedy inafaa ibe a few things from music, even the individualism of the performance side, the showmanship, like venye calligraph like this sex, like it's his brand.
I think
music,
like comedians are too docile and too
iko system ya K Crew, Kubamba, System Unit, Ogopa DJs, Mandugu Digital, like small groups that are individually
clicky stuff,
kwenda nini, but like mi naweza come podcast yenyu, mnaweza come podcast whatever, you can come to the live, we can perform, because uwezi jua moment ni gani. That's what I loved in music, you can't know who's gonna uwezi jua, hakuna mtu alikuwa anajua ule nzao ndo ataget. And you see the funny thing is no one in Kenya may reach your levels. We still have
and probably no one will ever will.
We still have a long time to go, na hatujui naye atafanya shit, so it's good we just wewe toa tu watu tujengana tu, whoever gets it as long as entitled to shit, but if it's your moment and I can come and tell you nyaje su change ngoma iki and that's what comedians do. Some jokes ukisema na kwambia change up, like what you told me about the crowd work, do more crowd work, you know, that's something I'm like let me try that,
and it works,
it works. So unapata craft ina grow, so by the time msana come ku get opportunity ina get shida yetu ni the right opportunity goes to the wrong people, even in music, even in comedy. Unapata
it's not up to merit, yani.
It's not up to merit, it's more of like
about
and I saw that even during the Chappelle thing, your topic hapo ndo nilianza kusikia hizo fununu, unasikia mbona hizi ndo nani wana perform, mbona and me I'm like they can perform, but I didn't see it the way everybody else was seeing it. Then I'm like this is music again, this is Coke Studio, and then you're like sasa uni nani unaona this is like inaitwa nini, what's the name, like unaona Spotify wameleta ile colors, then you're like I swear to God I don't know this artist,
ni click tu,
and if you give this opportunity to nani, it would elevate our career or his career too. So unapata hizo opportunities naisha, ndio unaona Kenya hatuna shit, man, hata tuko kwa scandals, we're not even in this Diddy shit, like tuko tu nyuma throughout.
Didi haja todenya hataki kudinya anyone from Kenya, mbona
ndio maana
ni venye hatuko united, otherwise akitodenya
sana piganga comedy kama Pius Mwiri
mimi umzame ni enjoy ndio kwangana ati kama anapiga comedy kama ati Machakos
you do
but unapiga kama tu like msanii, like you perform your jokes kama like ngoma.
Unamsali ambaye mimi ni comedian wa Churchill,
kwa nini
bale ushaichapa Churchill though
niliendanga mazen nikafanywa ile kitu mazen niliendanga
kuja on TV
niliendanga, let me tell you, I had a weirdest experience at Churchill mazen. Audition nikapenya nini, nikapigwa mpaka makeup nini, sasa nenda kupanda stage hivi, msaka kuja kanizima tu shup, akaniambia cho huyu apande sijui nini. Before I know it bro, it's just ngapi man.
So
who the heck stopped you, Victor Nyata ama ilikuwa nani? Kwachi
ilikuwa nani, kwanga wasangine ufanyanga comedy za kikisi.
Victor Nyata ama Osoro.
I don't think it was even them. I think hiyo time kuna mtu tu alikuwa wao walikuwa na run show. so ndo niliodishinia, hata wakaniambia utapanda nini, nikaulizwa mpaka song ya kupanda hata walikuwa nasema hivyo maze
utapanda stairs.
Sasa ile time nikiwa hapo backstage naambia sasa wewe ndio next
kidogo wewe si next.
Mimi sio
so
next.
who the heck was working on next?
Who went next?
Some random guy.
I've even written a joke about it maze. Nilijipata backstage, true story, na kipofu kiwete guy na kigugumizi.
I remember the kiwete guy.
Yeah, it was that night, man. So I was like, shit, this is where I've reached.
So kwa the differently abled section.
And they looked at me like, this guy.
Unajiangalia kwani mimi niko
But I saw that day, I was like, shit, this where my life has reached. I've written a joke about it. Nijipata backstage na alafu sasa they told me and the kigugumizi that you are gonna come next week. So the kigugumizi was like uko show. So in my head, that's why I tell you I see the world very differently. At that moment I'm asking myself like, shit,
this actually happened.
Yani mimi nimefika hapa like this is rock bottom.
Wagache huku kigugumizi aanze kuperform kwa sababu atamaliza next week bado tu.
Na ni huku kiwete ya kucommit. I'd written a joke for him that was killer.
Ya
kucommit kwa joke.
Yo boy anavanga suti.
Anakuwa kabuta. So him akona joke fulani ameandika ati alienda military wa kumchagua. Sasa anashindwa kwa nini. So and then he does ana walk. So
yule mwenye akona mguu moja refu.
Yeah, and then kuna dread kikugumizi akona dread.
Najua ukiume anapiga kama nini maclip.
Ule huyo. Alafu kulikuwa kipofu fulani alikuwa amekuja na wife yake huyo. Lakini huyo sikuwa naona akikila.
Hata yako anaona. Hey.
You guys are punks. Ati uko naona akikila. You guys. Ati so what happened? So akakwambia wingi stage.
Yeah, so me I was like hizo vitu ndogo ndo nilijiambia I need to find another way of just doing this comedy instead of like I really felt like I've had these stories before. Na sasa ni ukubaya and then comedians made it look like it's normal. Like walikuwa inakuanga hivyo hata sijui. So me I was like I can't waste time like that. Like sisi kwa na
that's how us guys started doing our thing because I remember tulikuwa tunanyima mashow. I was with Mamito. Tulikuwa tu hapo Kani.
For real?
We're walking out of
So it's like a normal thing, bro.
Yeah. So walking out of Kani, I told Mamito, hey bana, see we can just start our own thing. What is stopping us? Even if tukaanzisha hiyo Karura Comedy Club you.
I mean niliona mazee once beaten twice shy, man. Like ndakujaja. Me I felt like it was unfair. Like they should have brought up planning better everything. So me I was like, hey, siwezi to take to 10. I can't have that hope. Kuna hiyo hope wasanii kwa nayo after wamemistritika they like itakuwa tu poa. How is it gonna be poa bro na ime?
And part of like wanaichukulia ni kama
part of
it's a test yani ni god ako like let's see kama unapenda hiki unajua. At some point lazima me I think the reason sijaenda shout out to Churchill actually alikujanga hadi when I finished high school and now like nilikuwa nimeitwa saa kuja uni.
Yeah.
At that time hata sikuwa najua nataka kuwa comedian. So my sister is married to like Churchill's friend, so alikuwa amekuja home
so deep state.
Tunajuana but the industry yote mi like after nimeanza kusikia wase wenyewe because kama una watch from home wewe unaona tu like kenye unaona but like behind the scenes vitu ziko zinaendelea. I think unaweza tell tu unajua mtu mmoja akikuja aseme kitu even like the thing with punchline pia if one person anakuja anasema ni hivi na hivi like you know let's listen to
kuna ka hope
but if it's like 250 people wanasema the same thing now uko like come on there's definitely something there.
Yeah bana. So fast forward you guys, what's the plan you guys? 2025 bro.
2025 is here.
But you're doing well in stand up you guys. Kudos.
I think
killing it.
I think you're like being in a knee imekusaidia sana because for some of us me when I started doing comedy like I was starting from scratch. I didn't have any experience in any art form. First of all I had to get good at writing, performing,
lakini when you kill
confidence. Thank you.
You're killing bro.
One killer to another.
Jamana kill.
Thank you. So I think ime fast track you on like kuanza from scratch per se, not that I'm taking anything away from you.
I get what you're saying.
Like you are a performer, you're a writer, you're a nini, it's just a different art form.
Thank you, man. And I even appreciate what's your comedy wako. Apart from the few instances, like even individually, comedians are actually really dope people. Like if kuna time nilikuwa msick nikaenda OC, comedians walikuja wakanigotea. Even people that I didn't know. You know, even when we put up the show, kuna kina Oloch Karaoke, they pulled up and really helped. Like kuna a certain level of
camaraderie
that is in comedians that is not in music.
Exactly.
Music
is very competitive.
Music ni umeba hii Zoom sawa like
I think the thing about comedy is very it's a symbiotic space. So if you kill it and Netflix picks you up for a deal, I'm very sure there's somebody in your circle mwenye you'll have to call. Hey Bashir, come on, host a Netflix special.
Open for me.
You get? So if you penya, it'll help me. It will help. This guy penyas and becomes a mega superstar. He knows these people in the circle. Who he's not gonna call freaking Dave Chappelle. At least initially.
No, si Eriko anaongeanga naye daily.
You guys.
Besi yake sana.
Kisa si tu hakutuita. So making that
but comedians walikaa hiyo kitu mbaya.
Hiyo kitu watu wameka kwa roho. Mimi najua. Mimi hata nikwambie hiyo day I've never ever in my entire life received more phone calls than hiyo siku Dave Chappelle ilitokea.
Hata mimi.
I was making a joke that even my dad called me.
You even dead. Asking for tickets. Can you imagine?
Mimi kuna watu walinipigia mpaka best yangu mlaa ameambia yo sup yo, is that the place I saw you posted? I was like
bro, wase wenye unajua they have no business calling you. Like wase wenye hata kuna msali nipigia. Now he called me the first time and then the second time he called me, I'm like bro, sina tickets za Chappelle, and that's like 6 months after the show. Like ile tu kumwambia like najua me and you don't talk, like sina I have nothing to offer you, like sina tuache hii fake ni ati ukoje family.
No tickets,
we are not
bro.
Close like that. Sina ticket.
So I feel like anyway,
but it is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
You guys, thanks for coming through to the podcast.
Thank you for having me, man. Nimekuja hapa kusnitch. Actually
not even a single topic yenye tuli
Sky.
Hizo topics zikuende for now.
Segment ya nini?
Ya
Kisiangani podcast. Hakuwa anakuja anapiga muziki you guy bana.
Niko pa
you guy we need. The only other musician we have is someone called Ranja Mistari. He's a rapper from Rongai. We actually look very alike kabisa. That's how we met. We look like the same person.
I'll go check him out.
I'll give you a beats you one Kenya unafanya.
So he created for us
there's that one for Ranja, then there's another one yenye Luko alitutumia beat.
Or like an instrumental?
So I normally weka it in the intro of the podcast.
I think we need an intro. I think every podcast has an Joe Rogan by day, training by day, Rogan by night.
I'll send you that beat, you see what's up.
And if you watch it, you know what we mean. Like kila Nico, I think we need to have like an intro.
Just for I like your boy, man. If you need like me to come and like do hard lips
but I think
you'll
definitely be a regular, man. I think you're a veteran in this. Like how many years have you been in the industry in general, like the entertainment industry?
Man, I usually counted from 2015 because that's like when the first song came out. So 2015 to now.
That's like
to now. So you had asked me plans of 2025. So I'm planning to release a song every month. So I've just done the first song called To Know You. And then nimetoa toka unajua January
nilijoini mkamba
ulikuwa unaipiga hapo ta
umejuaje
piga yellow kila kitu unaona kase
hata ngoza
I like napenda kuvaa hata ukiangalia like I like
shiny stuff
no blocky like if I wear black I wear black if I wear yellow so
you don't like thinking about ATCG
See, I don't know. Watu wamenienjoy hiyo kitu sana. So that's I think
every time I see you I'm like this is an artist. Unajua? Umeona venye Marcus Douglas yuva niko like sir like when ni mnoma comedy but Buddha
shots.
Umeona ile sharpshooter yake yenye iko na zip. Yuko imeona sharpshooter inafunguliwa na zip yuga.
That's a cowboy. So that's that. So I'm releasing a new song every month and then I also want to do like I'm trying to
shoot porn.
No, I'm trying to do it.
Punani Africa.
Punani Africa.
Take him say, so Kenya nataka ufanye ni face the direction.
sauti
check I need more commitment cadence like monpo
unachoma. So ideally I wanna do more like comedies, and it's nimefanya 10 minutes, so I wanna do like proper 30.
Oh, you're building yourself.
Yeah. So I wanna do a proper 30, then I do a proper 1 hour.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that I see if I can at least put up a 30.
Yeah.
I'm trying to I watch a lot of like don't tell comedy. So me like kuna aspect ya kutoanga, if I can do, I don't know how often I can do 10 minutes. So I want to find a balance where I can be putting out material, because nimeona comics wengi wa putting out material. There's this idea of nita to a special kule ni kama tu music nitatoa album kali. So Mr. release my songs. We ngoja album.
For real, kuna hiyo story.
So kuna kwanga say like kuna so many comics that don't put out stuff on social media.
They don't even have a social media presence.
Juu wanangoja
they don't
special.
Even post any wako like, and I think it's so weird because like, si wewe ndo umeandika hii joke like, so I guess niyo imposter syndrome hata mimi upata sometimes, and then kama wewe ndo uliandika hii wana wengine itakushinda aje, like you know.
True. So I'm also learning.
But I think that's where crowd work, especially for me and Manu I think he has like 3 hours of crowd work. I don't know mbona crowd work is
unatoa lini.
Crowd work is such
album.
Crowd work is such a miracle, bro, because it is renewable. Like every time you post a crowd work clip, hiyo imeenda na ni sawa, utairudia hiyo joke, it was in the moment, it was in the knee. I understand why people are reserved, wako like I can't post like my doggies, because first of all when I come and I do like shows and nini, I'm still gonna do the doggies nini, so they're reserved. But crowd work, you're good at that, so mimi naweza kwambia lean on that, like hiyo ni
thank you man.
There's a guy every time I'm watching and then nasahau the Black American guy, he does like a crowd work special every month. 1 hour 30 minutes, just goes on stage with a glass of whiskey and just riffs for 1 hour 30 minutes.
I know that guy. It's a big guy, right?
Jackson, Nate Jackson. Go and check him out. So I think more crowd work, more writing, like I think on Wednesday we were chilling there, and then Mangeli came, akatuambia, so quick note guys, you know, this year you need to write a lot nini, and nikaangalia yenyewe set list yangu, I'm like nakumbuka like the first nikihost, I was like, this year I don't want to do the same, because it gets boring even for you.
It kills
you look to actually struggle now. Like when I started comedy, I didn't know you repeat jokes. So every time I would do new jokes. So one day nanya kujambia nitakufanyia ile joke, so I'm like naambia nifanye joke tena. Then eventually I started seeing like people repeating jokes. So at first nilikuwa na feel I didn't get the aspect of saying the joke again and again, but now nimeona, because I've built jokes from doing that. So kuna kwa like excitement ya kusema joke the first time. Kwa hiyo nilikuwa na feel like if I say it shame it talk. That's why I was like recording every time I said a joke, I recorded it. So I have like, I'm planning to do a documentary of my comico or whatever. Venye tu itaenda, because I'm still recording venye kunaenda. But you guys know noma sana man. Kama kuna ma tips munaniambia, because I also wanna like, because I've realized I like what you do man. Kali sana, like even the roast, because nimeona pale roast man, the way you write is really dope. Hata venye kuna sio kuja ananiambia angalia venye Kisengana anafanya crowd work yake, like how there's a day I sat at the roast, I could see you perform and I could see the teleprompter, so I could see how you are reading it, and also how panye ulikuwa unaongeza your own. And watu wengi wakifanya unaona yenyewe kuna time wanasoma. So I'm more of like that's the day I was like shit, and then I was so high, I was like fuck. So that's dope man, like
thank you
that's
man.
dope.
But you guys, thanks for coming through. Keep on keeping on.
Thank you man.
Shout out to
Seroney. Check out Seroney on YouTube, Instagram.
Shout out to Seroney, but the plug man.
Seroney, you can find me everywhere. Seroney, Seroney on Instagram, on TikTok. I'm doing a lot of lives now, so if you're into that community, tap in, tap the screen.
Tap bruh.
Send flowers.
Screen, you guys.
Send flowers,
send rose.
Universe, you guys.
Rose inakwanga bob, ama?
I think bob ya wapi.
Okay, you should really start Zusha like Pastor Nganga. Cheki watu wakutitumia hiyo flower ya one bob, wachana nayo. Tunakemea.
umse to see your congregation, but I think there's just
cheki nyinyi wote hata mwezi toa 500,000.
I was thinking siku moja twendeni huko maze kama ma comedians afu na venye church watu wanaambiwa wakeni ni wakina nani
twende huko mbele.
So mic check unasikia alienda. But anyway, cheers you guys.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Bash, thanks for coming through,
as
bro.
Always, man.
Yeah,
cheers, guys,
next time
for
we
watching.
come tutapiga hizo mabanta, but for today it was just you.
Yeah,
guys.
also
So,
if you're watching this wasewa Mombasa, please, we have a show 31st at Makazi in Nyali.
Yeah.
So get your tickets at hustleSasa.karuracomedyclub.com, right?
.shop.
.shop.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think there's David Mashari is doing a show tomorrow. Saturday at the Nairobi Laugh Bar. What else is
Tuesday there's a roast of YY.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're having the roast of YY. Actually, this is like the last leg of the roast. We have like 4 roasts. So if you haven't been able to come through, it's free entry. I know it's on a Tuesday. Just come. It's always a good time.
You should come through, you guys.
Yeah. Nimepiga moja.
Yeah.
Not like
you
the roast.
The next one?
This one,
Yeah, come through.
Yeah.
So guys, check out the roast. It's streaming on Showmax, so go check it out, maze. Support your guys. Thank you for always being our fans, and thank you for being there for us. And I think that is it.
Yeah, cheers, man. See you guys
have a great weekend.
Bye.
Adios.
Boom.